Korra, you're not here to watch that drivel. You're here to finish your avatar training. So for the time being, I want you to remain on the island.
Oh, come on. You could at least let her see one match before this training.
My mother informed me that you've never been able to airbend before.
Great. Oh God, I can never.
The key is to be like the leaf. Flow
So follow the leaf?
with the movement of the gates.
Maybe.
Jinora will demonstrate.
That's what saved Ding's life.
Let's do this.
Ouch. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Oh. Be the leaf. I think she's. Oh God. She has bruises.
What is wrong with me? Airbend!
You gotta be more patient. But I can understand her frustration.
Ugh.
This Mako's got moxie. He advances, fires 2 quick shots. Yomo is hammered back to zone 3. Clock is winding down. Can Yomo hold on? He's teetering on the edge
Oh my
of the
God,
ring
they're
now.
so excited.
The Fire Ferrets line up to strike.
And technically, you said I couldn't watch a match. You didn't say anything about listening to one.
That's true.
You know what I meant.
This is gonna be hard for her.
Look at Milo. He's able to meditate peacefully.
More like sleeping.
Actually, I think he's asleep.
What? Well, at least he has the relaxing part down.
Whatever. None of this airbending stuff makes any sense to me.
I bet she's gonna go to the Pro Benders match. I really think they should just let her at least experience some of the city so that she's not ignorant while she's training. Ugh, so frustrating. Like, the more you restrict, the more she's gonna want to rebel.
It's all right, Toza. You see, we're together.
Well, not together, more like friends.
Right, friends. No, I didn't mean to imply.
Oh, you implied it.
I don't care what you are. I got work to do.
So awkward.
Right this way, miss.
Thank you, sir.
What do you think? Best seats in the house, huh?
Whoa. Unbelievable.
Well, at least she gets to have friends in a very unconventional way.
Tiger Dillo
Oh.
with a walloping 1-2 combo. Can their teammate hold on to their Zone 1 territory? Guess
Ow.
not.
Come on, ferrets!
Looks like Hasuk's in trouble. He's
Ooh.
in Zone 3. Can hold their ground until the next round.
No.
Round 1. And the Tiger Dillos advance.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
The Fire Ferrets cinch the round in the closing seconds. It's 1 apiece. Still
They did
anyone's
it.
match as we go into the... And now he tumbles right into his teammates. He and Bolin better
Oh,
run
no.
quick if they don't want to... No! His plan is to let the Tiger Dillos punch themselves out. And his plan is working. Han is in
Oh,
the lead.
nice.
They've got nothing left in the tank. It's 1-on-1. And it's an earth and fire slugfest.
Go.
There's so much smoke and dust from the firefight, I can't even see where the Fire Ferret is.
Nice. He did it.
What a wingdinger.
Oh, I think she got a little bit better. She's getting mad. She's got a short temper.
2,000-year-old historical treasure. What is wrong with you?
Maybe the problem isn't me. Maybe the reason I haven't learned airbending yet is because you're a terrible teacher.
Or maybe it's both.
Yeah, you're a terrible teacher, Daddy.
But I don't think he's that terrible of a teacher. I think it might be a mix of both. Like, they're not understanding each other on what's the best effective way to teach each other and learn.
You must promise me that your teenage years won't be like this.
I will make no such promises.
Yeah, it's teenage years.
Time's up. You in or out?
We're in.
We are? Yes. Hey, I didn't agree to this.
You can thank me later.
This girl is crazy.
Looks like the fire
Crazy?
has ferreted out a last-minute replacement waterbender. Let's
Maybe
see
this'll
if she's
teach her
another
something.
diamond in the rough like the brothers from the School of Hard Knocks.
Don't.
Wait a minute. Did that waterbender just earth bend?
Oh no. Girl, you're not supposed to.
I think.
Pardon me, everyone, but
There's
have
no
you seen
way.
Korra this evening? She's not in her room.
You've gotta be kidding me. She's the Avatar, folks, playing in a pro-bending
Oh God.
Can you believe that?
I'll get her
no,
myself.
He's so mad.
The Avatar will be permitted to continue so long as she solely bends water.
They're giving her their best, and her best ain't good enough to stop it. And she's in the drink.
Ow. Oh no.
Hey, Tenzin.
Oh gosh. She really needs to.
The platypus bear's come out of the gate, and he's been pushed back to Zone 3, and the water is calling her name.
Come on,
It's
think of the
only a
training.
matter of time before... Hold the phone. Stop the presses. She's still...
How about that?
But Mako and Bolin are still fresh and juicy.
Hey, she's learning it. I guess she needs a more unconventional type of teaching or learning method. Nice.
The Fire come from way behind and steal the win. What an upset! The rookies, Avatar in tow, have...
I guess she realized the importance of what he taught.
By the way, you were really good out there tonight. You moved just like an airbender.
Wait, you stayed and watched?
I did. Pro bending turned out to be the perfect teaching tool for you.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow for airbending practice, bright and early. And by the way, I kind of permanently joined the Fire Ferrets, and we're playing in the tournament in a couple of weeks.
Oh, an Avatar must keep their promise. That was a good one. I really liked that episode. Surprisingly, I think if I was a lot younger, I would not have liked Korra. Mostly because I wasn't really fond of the types of characters who were too hot-headed and just did whatever they wanted and would lash out. But now that I'm older, I feel like I better understand her side, point of view. And since, it's been a long time since I watched the original Avatar, I'm less, I guess, biased against her or whatever you might want to say. Because I know that back when it was first released, I remember people were very against it. And at the time, I was more obsessed with anime, which is why I didn't watch it. But there was a lot of negativity around Korra. And I, when I was watching the first episode, I was wondering why that was the case. But I think it's because she's the opposite of Aang. Like, everything about her personality to like her way of life, it's very different from Aang. I think the only similarity between the two is one, their desire to help people, and two, to have fun. But aside from that, they're quite different in the way that they approach things and the way they learn. I think surprisingly, Aang is a lot more patient, probably because he is like primarily an airbender. But he's a lot more patient with, learning everything. I mean, he did have his frustrations and whatnot, but for the most part, he has been like the type of person's like, go at my own pace, not speed things through, enjoy life kind of thing. But then Korra's the opposite. She wants to perfect everything quick. And because of that, she's not patient enough with herself. which is why they said that she's the complete opposite of airbenders. Or at least, they said that the hardest ones that they pick up are the ones that they're the opposite of, and in her case, it's clearly airbending. But it's also a fact that people learn differently. So just because it worked for you or for another person, it doesn't mean that it'll work for everyone. Which is why it's always really difficult to teach people the things that might just come to you really easily. Which is why I like the fact that, at least with the pro bending, she's already interested in it. And then because of that and the pressure on the match, that clearly matches with her high pressure standards for herself too. And that will make her utilize everything that she learned no matter what, and then try to win. And that's exactly what happened, which is the thing that she struggled with the most because she was very impatient with herself. I feel like this will be a very fun development to see the way that she learns. That'll differ from Aang, but also the things that she'll have to deal with in the future as the Avatar, especially since right now peace is a lot more, or at least the lands are a lot more peaceful perhaps compared to back when Aang was the Avatar. At least that's what I hope. But I mean, obviously there will be problems no matter what, but at least it's a little bit better. At least there's no war or people being massacred. At least that's what I hope. But thanks to that, she's a lot more involved with society compared to being a traveler. Because I think the thing with Aang's team is that they were always traveling. They couldn't stay in one place. And because of that, they're able to travel around the world, escape from, being captured and whatever, but also, trying to spread some good and learning and having fun. But for Korra, she's at a much different starting point. Like, obviously she has a set role already, but she also already has someone she has to exceed or reach the standard of. And it's someone who everyone respects too. And like, that's not easy at all. I feel bad for her in that sense. All that pressure, like, I feel like she might not say it aloud, but I do wonder if that pressure is what's making her want to succeed as fast as possible. Not to mention the fact that she's kind of a prisoner. Like, there's no freedom at all whatsoever. I think that's also why Katara was, very accepting of Korra wanting to leave, because, Aang never had to be kept in one spot in order to flourish as an Avatar. He flourished because he learned from other people and learned about the world himself. And that is the true difference between the two. Their starting point, at least. He had the freedom, she did not. And no matter what they embellish it with or whatever, that she has all this responsibility and needs to train and only be in this one location because that is what Aang wanted. I don't even know if he actually wanted that. That's something I really don't understand why he would want that, but I guess maybe it has something to do with the antagonist or the political sphere. But even so, it's like, I don't know, kind of doubting if that's really his decision or if it was more like out of pressure, but not really something he truly thinks is the best way to go about things. Or else, why else would Katara actually, let her go in the first episode? Either way, I guess these two friends are gonna be significant in her life, which is good because honestly, she's been alone for too long around people who are in a position of power or, aren't really equal to her in the sense of friends and companions and someone who can show the world a bit more at her age, because she is quite impressionable as a teenager. and not having the ability to go out and experience the world must suck a lot. And I don't think that's gonna be good for her mental and emotional health growth either. So I'm really glad that she did leave when thinking about that. Because if things really hit the fan later, which I assume it will since it is made by the same people that made Avatar, but if that does happen, then she will need to already have a good understanding of the world around her and have her own moral compass made by then that's established further by her knowledge of the world around her, rather than something that was made because she was kept in one place without barely any knowledge of what's going on in the world and experiencing it for herself. By the way, good episode as always. I enjoyed the first one and the second one, and now I look forward to the rest of the episodes. It's so good. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!